Welcome to day 2 of our 7-day Yogalates series to cultivate health, happiness, and inner harmony. Today, we will be exploring core strengthening exercises to help us improve our posture and our capacity to breathe with fluidity. When you're ready, take a moment to roll down onto your mat. We will begin today's practice in supine butterfly pose, joining the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees and the hips to fall open, closing the eyes. And you might like to place one palm on the belly and the other on the heart space as we facilitate a deeper connection to the breath and to the unfolding sensations of this very moment. Gifting yourself one nourishing breath in this posture. Beautiful. On your next inhalation, mindfully guide the knees in towards the chest, perhaps swaying from side to side. From here, separate your arms out wide at shoulder height, palms on the earth, coming into a reverse tabletop, stacking knees over hips and keeping your shins parallel to the mat. Keeping the upper body stable, pressing your lower back firmly into the mat as you engage the core muscles. On your inhalation, open your legs out wide, maintaining the 90-degree angle with your knees. Exhale, guide your thighs in towards one another. Notice if the rib cage begins to puff up, doing your best to knit the ribs together. Well done. Returning your legs to your reverse tabletop. Reach your arms skywards. Inhale, guide your left arm overhead. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, center, just like this. Only raising your arms as far as you can, whilst maintaining a connection between your lower back and the earth. So if you notice that the lower back begins to raise, it begins to arch, this is an indication to ease out of the posture a little bit, perhaps only lowering your arms back a few inches. Well done. Release the arms down, stay in your reverse tabletop. On your inhalation, tap your left toes down. Raise the leg. Exhale, extend your leg and bend. This time we tap the right big toe down. We raise the leg, we extend, and we bend. So every time you lower your toes down, maintaining that 90-degree angle with your knee. And every time you extend your leg, only lowering it as far as you can whilst maintaining that connection between your lower back and the surface beneath you. We want to ensure that we're only aligning our knees with our hips every time we guide them in. If you bring them any closer towards your belly, you're again going to lose that core activation. This is such a great exercise to help us rediscover our connection to this integral region of the body. Softening into the face, the jaw. Nice, steady movements. Let's go for 2 more rounds on each side. Beautiful. Maintaining the 90-degree angle with your legs. Raise your chest, inhale, reach the arms out. And let's find our pulses. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. Staying in your reverse tabletop. Imagining that you can reach your fingertips towards the back of the mat. And really doing your best to keep your chest and your shoulder blades lifted up off the mat. Pressing your lower back firmly into the earth. If you'd like a challenge, you can always straighten your legs here. Let's go for 3 more rounds. Honoring your cadence. You can do it. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful work. Keep your torso lifted. 1 breath here. And gently release. Great work. Lower down. Perhaps circle out the hips and the knees. You might like to turn your head from side to side. On your next inhalation, elevate the torso. Palms on your right shin, extend the left leg. Let's guide the left knee in, pulse for 2, extend the right leg, and switch. So we guide one knee into the chest and we extend the opposite leg. Pointing your toes, finding your longest leg line. Core is switched on. Let's go for 3 more rounds. You have the option to continue with this movement, or let's perform this exercise with straight legs. So this time, grabbing a hold of the backs of your calf muscle, your ankle, guiding the leg in towards your chest, pulsing for 2 and switching. Feeling the strength of your core here, as well as a beautiful stretch for the hamstrings. Keep it up. You are so strong. Let's go for 2 more rounds on each side. On your next inhalation, guide your right leg in towards the chest and pause here for a breath. Swapping legs, left leg in towards the chest, extend your right leg out and release. Beautiful work, knees to chest, lower the head down. And again, roll your head from side to side. Okay, let's continue. Keeping the back grounded, extend your legs skywards, flex the feet, interlace your fingers together behind your head, behind your neck. Inhale, float the chest up, elbows splay wide. And from here, we're going to find some toe taps. With every exhalation, guiding opposite fingers towards opposite toes, keeping the chest lifted, keeping your legs as straight as possible, really driving into the heels of your feet, feeling the strength for the obliques, steady breaths, nice and controlled movements. Yes, you can do this. Let's go for 3 more rounds on each side. Well done. Lower your head down for a moment. And from here, let's extend the opposite arm towards the outer edge of the opposite leg, lowering the opposite leg. So, guiding your right arm towards the outer edge of your left thigh as you lower your right leg down. Return your palm behind your head. Now guide your left arm towards the outer edge of your right thigh as you lower your left leg down. We're keeping the hips stable here. Lifting your chest as high as you can. Nice and controlled movements. Every time you raise your leg skywards, realigning your leg with your hip. You are so strong, stay with it. Let's go for one more round on each side. Make it count. Well done. Lower the head down, release the arms the length of the body. From here, let's find our baby leg drops, keeping the legs extended, feet are pointed. We're lowering and lifting the legs a few centimeters, maybe a few inches. Whatever you choose, the intention here is to ensure that the lower back stays grounded and that the rib cage stays knitted and that the core is switched on. Okay friends, let's finish off this strength portion with some crisscrosses, crossing the legs back and forth as we begin to lower the legs down and raise them back up. Only lowering your legs down as far as you can whilst maintaining that compression between your back and the earth. Steady breaths. Releasing the facial features. You can do this. Pointing your feet and lengthening your legs as much as you can. Final round. Lower down for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift for 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Guide the knees into the chest. Lower down. Heels close to the glutes. Arms extended the length of the body, and let's press up into a bridge pose. Reaching the arms overhead as you rest the backs of your hands on the earth. Turning on the posterior chain as you stretch out the hip flexors and the abdominals. One breath here. Well done. Mindfully lower down one vertebra at a time. Guide the knees in towards the chest. And let's find a few spinal rolls. Feeling a beautiful release for the back. When you feel ready, rock up into a tabletop position on all fours. Stacking hips over knees and shoulders over wrists. Let's take a few rounds of cat and cow, finding a nice release for the upper body, allowing the breath to guide you here. Great work. Returning your spine to a neutral alignment. From here, extending your left leg back. Inhale, float your leg up to hip height, raise your right arm. And let's come into a nice counter posture, our tiger pose. Flexing your left knee and using your right hand to grab a hold of the medial edge of your foot. Kicking your foot into your hand to help you find length. Opening the chest, gazing forwards. Feeling a beautiful stretch for the hips and the core. Well done. Gently releasing from this deep spinal extension. Lowering to tabletop and this time extending your right leg. raising to bird dog and maybe finding your tiger pose. Mindfully release, lower down to tabletop, and let's sink our hips back as we come into child's pose, giving yourself permission to surrender. On your next inhalation, press into the palms, round the spine, lower the hips down and roll up into cobra, opening the chest. Softening the glutes, keeping the elbows bent. One mindful breath here. Beautiful work. Gently release and return to your child's pose. Feeling a lovely opening for the lower back. On your next inhalation, use the support of your hands to help you gently unravel the spine. Taking your time. Coming into a comfortable seated position. Placing your right palm on the earth. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, side bend to the right. Feeling a beautiful opening for the left side of your waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend over to the left. Mindfully return to center. Close the eyes. Roll the shoulders back and down. Soften the belly, the legs, gifting yourself permission to receive the healing benefits of today's practice. On your next inhalation, reach your arms skywards, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let us round off practice with one nourishing breath. Inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth. Sign it all out. Thank you so much for joining day 2 of our 7-day Yogalates series to cultivate health, happiness, and inner harmony. Sending you love and light. May you be well.